I have a centimillionaire client who was working with me on a process to try to resolve some of the challenges that he was having from the trauma that was wired in him as a kid, right? And how that trauma has played out in his personal life and his business life and everything else. And he made this awesome breakthrough where he was like, therapists and counselors and spouses, they all tell you to go through your pain, right? It's like, you've got to face your trauma. You've got to go through it. You've got to do the work. You've got to bear the burden so that you can heal. Whereas what I teach, which is what CIA teaches, is why would you ever go through something when you can go around it? So if you're trying to accept or recover or understand and heal the fact that your mom cheated on your dad when you were 7, you can't change it. By working through it, you might come to accept it, but what's the point? Instead, you can just go right around that pain and you can be like, my mom cheated on my dad. And because of that, this happened. And because of that, this other thing happened. And because of that, I became a self-sufficient, independent person who didn't rely on my mom or my dad. And now I'm very successful because all that matters is what's forward. I can't change what's behind. And he made this revelation on his own. I thought it was such a powerful visual because we so often think that the point from here to here, if there's all this mess in the middle, you have to go through the mess. When in fact, you can also just go around the mess and you can go right to the point. And you don't have to heal. You just have to accept, understand, recognize, and move forward. He went back to the traumatic incident that he experienced. And what he realized is that if his mom hadn't cheated on his dad, then the domino effect that would have come after that would have probably never led to him starting the business that ultimately made him an ultra high net worth. Mm-hmm. And once he made that connection, he was like, oh, well, shit, I'm glad my mom cheated on my dad because now my daughters are taken care of, my sons are taken care of, my wives are taken care of, I've got 500 employees that are taken care of. I do business in 4 different countries. Everybody's taken care of.
Does that require some time, though, between the thing that happened and where you are now? Because, I was sat here yesterday with a chap who lost his son, his 18-month-old son, in April. And, it's hard to, in that situation, to try and find a way around it. It's a couple of months ago.
There's no way around tragedy. That's loss that very few of us will ever know, thankfully. What we don't know is how that will shape him in the future. Mm-hmm. All we know is what that's doing to hurt him in the present, right? Think about all the famous stories, all the famous inspirational, motivational leaders that you've met who had some kind of tragedy happen in the past.
Actually, funnily enough, because I mentioned the loss of a son, I had a guy sat here called Mo Gawdat, who was the ex-head of Google X, and his son passed away in a routine operation that should have taken 10 minutes, but killed his son. And then he quit his job at Google and went on search of what happiness is. When I asked him on the podcast, I said, would you change what happened? Would he change it? And he said no.